Are you ready to learn how to get one of the best boosts in Fallout 76? Well, I'm Millie76, and I'm going to show you exactly how to mass farm brain bombs today. These are brain bombs, a superfood that boosts your intelligence by 7.5 for an hour and a half with Herbivore. Now, to craft this, you need 3 brain fungus, 2 Mothman eggs, 2 purified water, 3 sugar bombs, and they have to be irradiated. Normal sugar bombs do not work. And then 1 wood. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get everything except for wood, and I'm going to show you where the crafting recipe can be bought from. And for your information, the 7.5 intelligence roughly translates to an additional 15% XP gain. Since this boosts your intelligence, this can be used in tandem with cranberry cobbler / cranberry relish, which translates to roughly an additional 40% XP gain, cranberry relish being for an hour and brain bombs being for an hour and a half. So let's dig right into the video. I'm going to first show you where to get the crafting recipe. You'll want to fast travel to White Springs, specifically the entrance on the east side, and then run up to this door. Once inside, walk around this robot and down the stairs, and then enter through this doorway. Once inside, on the right side will be a long hallway. You're going to want to look for this pink shop here. Inside of the pink shop, all the way in the back, there is a robot wearing a chef's hat. The chef hat robot will be the one selling the recipes. It is not a 100% chance to get it, but I've got 3 on my first attempt here. I like to buy extras so that I can sell them in my vendor. Look out for cranberry relish and cranberry cobbler while you're in here as well. I do not like the cranberry meatball grinder, but you can buy that if you'd like. Marie does not sell any plans. She mostly just sells food and junk. You can buy this stuff from her if you'd like, but she often does not have anything worth even checking. It is worth mentioning that Sunshine Meadows Industrial Farm used to be the primary method for getting sugar bombs, but since they've changed it to where you can no longer use non-irradiated sugar bombs, it is not worth it to even try that place now. However, we need to go to any sort of workshop because I'm going to show you the best way to get purified water very quickly. So we're just going to head over to the fairgrounds here and I'll show you. Now, once you've claimed your workshop, what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to go ahead and build some water purifiers. What I personally like to do is I like to make a blueprint of vintage water collectors because I make a wall of them. And if you look here, one wall of this produces 623 purified water per hour on paper. I feel like it's actually a little bit less, but when you have this many, you don't have to worry about that. It's important to do this step first because if you do this, the water will generate while you're grabbing the rest of the things. Now that the water's collecting, we need to come to Point Pleasant, located on the west side of the map next to the river. Once we're here, we're going to be looking for Mothman Eggs. Now, once you're here, you're going to have to either get rid of or just run past the cultists. They're not going to be very much of an issue for most players, but if you are a new player, please do exercise some caution because since there's so many of them, you're going to need some ammo or some decent tankiness to do so. The first location we need to head to is this little glass shelter here on my left. I'll show you once I clear out these cultists. And we're going to be looking for the Mothman Eggs that spawn on the floor here. There are a total of 6 spawns surrounding this table, and that means that you can get 6 Mothman Eggs from here. They only drop 1 each. These do respawn. Next, we're going to head up and around this arrow here, and then turn right, and we're going to look for this statue here. There are a ton of Mothman Egg spawns here, so you can get roughly 20 of them from this one location here, which is more than enough because by time you run out of your brain bombs, these will have long respawned. In fact, you can come here randomly and just grab these Mothman Eggs and put them in your refrigerator so that you have them on hand and don't actually have to come here when you need them. The next location is the abandoned waste dump. To locate this, it is in the mire. You're going to spawn over there and you're going to walk into the cavern here. You need to be decently equipped to enter this cavern. You cannot enter here as a low level and expect to live, as there will be a confirmed 2 Deathclaw spawns inside of here. This is a good location to come to farm Deathclaws as well, so please note that if you need to farm Deathclaws. Located along the walls are tons of brain fungus. Now it is very important that you equip green thumbs so you can get as much out of this at one time as possible. You are just going to want to run around the cavern and collect as much brain fungus as you can. This one location will give you more than enough. You don't have to visit anywhere else, and you can come here as many times as you want as the brain fungus does respawn. This is also the main location for making brain fungus soup, and that's what I recommend that you make with leftover brain fungus if you do not want to save it. The last thing for us to get is going to be irradiated sugar bombs, and this is arguably the hardest part. There is a spawn here in Flatwoods. What you're going to do is you're going to fast travel to Flatwoods first. Now you're going to head over to the white church located in the center of the town and head in through the front door. We're going to make our way to the back and through this door and then up the stairs here. You better bring mini nukes because at the end of this hallway here there's a rad roach that I stepped on. Next, you're going to want to head up the stairs, and here on the floor, sugar bombs can spawn. It is not guaranteed, but I will show you another location that you can find them in. If you head over to the mire and up towards the top, you're going to head to this town here. It is called Moss Town. Now, once you're here, you're just going to head up to the large house towards the back, and inside of this house, there will be a bathtub with a skeleton inside of it. You're just going to run around to the front of the house and find the front door, and then you're going to look for the bathtub here on the right. Sugar bombs can spawn inside of the bathtub here. Now, there is actually a better way that will take longer, but if you keep up on it, you'll be able to have more sugar bombs. That method is using collectrons. There are several collectrons that you can use. You can use the standard collectron set to Christmas or Foshnot. Then you can use the Christmas or Foshnot Collectron Station, and then you can also use the Scout Collectron Station purchased from Foundation. These will give you passive sugar bombs that you're able to collect as they do not spoil. You can hoard them. And you can hoard hundreds of them if you just passively collect. If you'll see here, my trusty assistant here is going to show the fruits of our labor by dropping some sugar bombs for me. These were harvested through collectrons over the course of AFK. Now, if you'll see here, there's actually quite a few that he's going to drop for me. This guy, I love this guy right here. He's my best friend right here. This guy's awesome because he's going to drop me a whopping 201 sugar bombs. Now, it is essential that you have on Super Duper. The reason being is getting a couple extra where it counts really helps, especially with how hard the sugar bombs are to get. Now, if you look here, we are able to craft a total of 12 brain bombs, and we are going to get some extra from Super Duper. Now, whatever you do not use, I recommend that you throw into your stash box and then put into a refrigerator because these things last forever. I still have some left over from my last run. If you keep only about 6 in your inventory, you will never run out. And if you put them in your refrigerator, they will last a lot longer, giving you a chance to harvest more sugar bombs. I highly recommend revisiting the locations I showed you whenever you're in the area so that you can grab extra sugar bombs. Our Discord is live, so if you'd like to learn more about Fallout, please join the community. If you liked the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Also, if you'd like to get notified whenever I post, please turn on the bell notification. That's it for this video. I'm Millie76, and this is my trusty assistant, and we'll see ya.